So I was unpacking a package that I had packed quite a while ago for a guy that wanted to buy a manual, a car manual, and it was fairly thin. So this is how I ship thin books, manuals, small signs, that sort of thing. I use Coroplast, which is this kind of corrugated cardboard looking plastic. You see it on, you can use old election signs and gas station signs and that sort of thing that are made of this. A lot of places use it now for signage. I managed to get salvaged a bunch of it from a sign making company, so I used to have a ton of it. I don't at the moment, unfortunately. I didn't bring a bunch of it with me. Anyway, regardless, I ended up salvaging some signage as well, which you can tell it's used. I use sign, but what I do is cut two pieces with about an inch or so around the outer edge of the item. It's a little bigger than the item. Then I take the item and encase it in a plastic bag, as you can see there. Then I wrap it with tape both ways to secure the bag and on the ends as well. That way the bag doesn't move around. Then you place the bag in the middle, and then you tape the outer edge of the item so it doesn't move. Then you take the two pieces of Coroplast, and there's something I've done with the Coroplast. You'll notice that one is on edge, is cut lengthwise, and one's cut widthwise. So the grain of the plastic, or this hollow edge, is going one way on one sheet and the opposite way on the other, and that gives it a lot more stability to so it won't get bent. It takes a lot to bend it when you've got two pieces together like that. You try to put it over your leg and it's really tough to bend, especially smaller pieces, and especially if it's got an item inside it as well. So it makes it almost impossible to bend. You can do the same with corrugated cardboard, but a lot of the cardboard still these days just doesn't stand up. So using this Coroplast is much better. Anyway, so that's how I pack books and signage, just that are thin enough to go through the slot sometimes, or even larger items, ranging up to an inch and a half or so. Otherwise, usually boxing it's better. But yeah, you can safely ship stuff like that without it getting destroyed in the mail. And the inch or so on the outer edge allows for it getting dinged or damaged without it affecting the item inside. So when you finally are done taping the piece in the middle, the item you're sending in the middle, pinch the sides together and then tightly tape the edges so that all the way around, and seal it up. A good way to start is just wrapping the tape around this way and wrapping it around the long way as well, and that'll pinch the sides together in the middle, so then you can just continue and put a strip across the ends and sides and tape them tightly together. And that also makes things not waterproof, but pretty close. So if it gets caught in a rainstorm, it's far likely more to survive than anybody else's package that's packed in cardboard. But should keep it pretty dry. If you seal it up well enough, it'll keep it super dry. And then throw your mailing label on it right there, and tape over the mailing label, because mailing labels tend to get scraped off in the mail. So I make sure they're part of the package and they're not going to get torn up. Anyway, so that's it. Hopefully that's a tip that helps you out and saves you some money and some time, and saves you some hassle with damaged packages. All right, take care. Happy picking. Safe picking.